Let me show you how to use your cameras on your Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. Also, I will show you every feature that the camera app has if you maybe are interested in purchasing this phone and want to know what it has. So actually, the cameras on the A16 this year actually are insanely good compared to the previous A15. So we actually do get 15 megapixel main camera, 5 megapixel ultra-wide camera and 2 megapixel macro camera. So the specs on the paper actually sound very similar to the A15, if not identical. But actually the processing of the image and the overall image quality and photo quality, from my experience from the few days I have testing this phone, is actually very improved over the past A15, and I really suggest to get this A16 instead of the A15, even if it's a bit more expensive, because the cameras alone are super improved actually on this phone. So to launch your camera app, find this icon here and let's explore. So when you launch it, default mode will be a photo mode. So if you want to take a picture, simply press this button and the picture will get taken. If you want to view the picture after that, you can quickly press this and you can see the picture taken over here. To go back to the camera, basically, yeah. So then also, if you want to switch to taking video, as you can see, simply click that, and again with the same button we can start to record the video. So if you want to end the video, press this upper button, but if you actually want to pause the video, then you can also press this button. So we can pause the video, maybe like arrange different shot and then continue shooting. So basically on this channel I use a pause button all the time. It's one of my favorite features. So if you want to end it, simply press this. Also, as you can see, you do get actually options here for zooming in. So if we click on 0.5, we can actually switch to the ultra-wide camera, this camera over here. So we can actually stuff in way more stuff in the frame basically. Then if we click again 1, it will switch to the main camera, and if we click 2, it will actually zoom in 2 times. If you actually want to zoom in even further, we can actually pinch over here with 2 fingers, and as you can see, we can zoom in even further, up to 10 times. So you can see the details still at 10 times are insanely good. Again, we have to consider this is a kind of a budget phone. Okay, then also on this side, we can actually adjust various things and settings here. So by default, actually, what I suggest you, by default, it actually will shoot at 12 megapixel photos when you get this phone basically, but I suggest to switch to the 15 megapixel because that will get you way more details in the image. Of course, it will take a bit more space on your phone, but yeah, I really prefer better quality image, as what's the point otherwise. Also, this aspect ratio by default it will come 4:3. So as you can see, it's not very wide, and I really suggest to just switch to this 16:9, so it fills up pretty much the whole screen and you can stuff a lot of things. So the 4:3 is actually very old format, so I do not suggest that. Also, we can set a timer here, for example 2-second timer, and when we press it, a picture will get taken only after 2 seconds automatically. Also, we can toggle the flash here on or off or auto, and when we actually press this, we can get even more options here. So you can pause the video if you want to see what's here. We can stabilize the video as well. Okay, also this one is over here really cool. We can actually enable a floating shutter button on this phone as well. So what that basically does, it will create another button which you can press to take a picture. So maybe if you actually want to use your phone with this hand, obviously, as you can see, if I use with this hand, I can't really reach this button. So, but I can place this anywhere I want and use it to actually take a picture. So yeah, this is actually insanely cool. Also on this phone, we can actually take a picture with these volume buttons as well. So we can press the volume button to take a picture as well. So let's remove that timer. Also, this works in the video as well. So we can start a video by pressing this button as well, which is insanely cool. And we can end the video again by pressing that. Also, if you want to take a picture of yourself, you can press basically this button over here, and it will switch the cameras to use this camera. So you can see what you're doing over here, and you can take a picture of yourself. Also, in this mode, we do get some like enhancements as well, what we can do. Oh, but before that, also you can take a picture if you do not have, if you want to basically take a picture of yourself and want to move further basically, but there is no one to take a picture of you. You can actually show your hand to the phone and it will start a countdown timer. So as I show my hand, okay, so not sure why. So yeah, it was able to take a picture with the remote control. So it starts a countdown as soon as I show the camera my hand. So I can't really show you because I'm filming, so it looks kind of weird, but this is really cool feature. Also, if we click this here over here, we can adjust some filters for our face as well. So we can actually smoothen our face here as well, so it looks very, very smooth. I am getting rid of all my wrinkles here. Then we can also adjust the tone of this. So if you aren't white enough, you can make yourself even more white or more tanned. Also you can adjust your jawline here. Yeah, I can't really show you as well, but and also you can adjust your eyes here as well. So all kinds of interesting things here. When it comes to the video recording, this phone can actually only record full HD. It can't record 4K. So yeah, this is what you can get maximum. By the way, I'm not exactly sure why they aren't allowing this 4K on this phone, because I think the CPU and the cameras in the phone are capable enough of using 4K as well and running that. So maybe some software limitation to get you to purchase more expensive phones, but the camera quality still is excellent on this phone. Okay, also in the video mode, as you can see, you can adjust various filters here as well. So that's actually pretty cool. So there are actually more modes what we can access if we press this more button here. So you can see you get panorama, take pictures of your food in better quality, and also use your macro camera. So we can basically use it to take some super detailed, very up close pictures basically with this macro mode. Okay, we go back. We can take panorama basically as we move our phone like this, it will take a picture all around us. Okay. We also do get night mode, so this mode is actually insanely good. So maybe if it isn't very bright around you and it's maybe a bit dark, you can use night mode and it will take a very, very good detailed picture. So when we actually use this mode, it will actually take a bit longer to take a picture, and you actually need to hold your phone very, very still while you take a picture. But really the result you get is actually insanely good. Maybe you can even use it in a day as well. It doesn't really have to be night. So also we do get slow motion, so we can record and slow down footage as well. We can also record hyperlapse, and we do have dedicated pro mode as well. So if you actually want, for example, to move the pro mode over here so it's easily accessible, we can press this plus button over here and simply drag it here. Also let's drag night mode. These two modes are super good. Okay, and then you can very easily access these modes over here. Okay, let's launch the pro mode and check what it can do. So basically we can actually pretty much transform this phone in a professional camera. So you can adjust your ISO, shutter speed, exposure compensation, focusing in even white balance. And if you click here, you do get even more options for like different tint, contrast, highlights, shadows, saturation, stuff like that. Maybe some metering modes, well, not sure what that exactly is. So we can adjust the ISO as we want to, so to make the more image sharp basically. Also we can adjust the shutter speed very easily here. So I'm actually super impressed that this phone has these functions. So if you actually want to adjust the exposure, you have to set this to the auto. And if you want to basically disable this to make it auto again, simply swipe like this and you will get this reset button over here. Okay, then we can adjust the exposure compensation to make the image more bright or more dark, just as you need it. Auto manual focus, by the way, this is actually insanely cool. So you can see it actually shows in like green basically where it's actually focusing on at that exact time. So you can see the text actually becomes kind of green here. So to show you and highlight when we are exactly in the best focus basically. And if you want to view your image or pictures or videos basically at a later time, you can simply go to your Samsung Galaxy, open up your all your apps and search for this. But what I can suggest you is actually opening your images using the Google Photos. So search for this Google folder and open the Google Photos app. This is actually way more powerful and better like picture viewing app basically. I think the regular isn't the best, and also in this app we can do even more magic. For example, let's open some random picture and see what we else can do here. So let's click edit, and also we can unblur image here as well. So if you have some very blurry image, maybe something very blurry in the image, we can actually use AI to unblur it. So it will become very focused basically. And I use this feature all the time on my channel to create some thumbnails if I do not have the best focus. So basically if I want to take a super focused image or something, so everything is focused, I use this option all the time. And also it has got auto enhance option as well. So if we click here, you can see it actually transforms the image completely. So it actually improves colors drastically. As you can see at the start, it's actually kind of dark here and not exposed well. But if we click that, it like completely fixes the image. And again, this, if you actually use this mode, this is pretty much we get like a flagship camera on this cheap phone by simply clicking this. Also, there are some more tools you can crop, and also there is magic eraser on this app as well. So I haven't used this on this phone. I think I have used it only on my Google Pixel phones, so I'm not sure if it will work, but let's see. So let us find something. For example, maybe let's select this chair, drag it around this chair basically. So not the best, and let's see what it can do. Okay, so did you saw that? So there is chair and there is zero chair. This is absolutely insane. And if you actually zoom in on the quality, it's actually pretty darn good. So maybe there are a tiny bit of artifacts that are wrong, but come on, this is absolutely crazy. So yeah, so I really suggest to use this Google Photos app instead of the regular one, as it's way better. Also we can adjust it, so you can see even more stuff here. Also we can sharpen the noise. Yeah, this is absolutely insane, so I really suggest this app. So overall, yep, I'm actually super impressed with the cameras on the new Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. They are actually finally decent cameras on a budget phone. So previously there were pretty much like no choice whatsoever if you wanted a very cheap phone, but still with cameras that were able to capture some decent images. This one finally is that phone. Cheap phone with actually usable decent cameras. Okay, good luck everyone.